If you can't see a way forward in your life, it's usually because you keep looking at what's right in front of you, like your bank account or your age, or you'll think about your responsibilities. And every time you think about doing something different, your current reality gives you a list of reasons why you can't do something different. So after a while, you stop asking. You stop thinking about what you can do different. And you only make decisions based on what looks safe from where you are right now. And we call that being realistic. But what if being realistic is actually what keeps us stuck? Because there's a difference between looking at your life and having a vision for your life. Because your eyes can only show you what's here today. Your eyes can't tell you what your life is capable of becoming. And when we stop looking beyond our present circumstances, those circumstances turn into boundaries. We stop trying. We become mentally bound by what we see. Personally, I know what that looks like because I remember when there was a period when I sold most of what I owned and I moved onto my ex-husband's couch. I did a video on that, right? So on paper, people would have looked at a grown woman sleeping on a couch and they would have thought that I was moving backwards. But understand this, the couch wasn't my vision. The couch was where I was standing at that time. I made an intentional decision to let my life look unimpressive for a period because I knew what I was building. And I was creating breathing room for my future. So in that period, my sight saw a couch, right? But my vision saw freedom. I had a bigger vision. You might be in a similar period right now. You might be wanting to change your life, but you're letting your current circumstances essentially talk you out of it, right? You're thinking about your current circumstances. Your circumstances are real. I'm not denying that at all. But your circumstances don't have to dictate the outcome of your life. I want you to think of 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 7, which says, "For we walk by faith, not by sight." Sight wants evidence before we make a decision to move. If we're walking by sight, we want evidence before we move, before we make a decision, right? When we walk by faith, we are willing to move because we understand that there's something beyond the present moment. And to have vision, we have to use our imagination. As adults, we stop dreaming. Our bills, disappointments, they pile up, and we switch from dreaming to just managing life. And after years of managing life, we forget who we are and what we're capable of. Your life has a calling. Your life has a calling, and it doesn't have to impress anyone else. It just has to matter to you. And answering that calling means remembering your own power, remembering that you still have a choice in much of what you do. You're allowed to change your mind. You're allowed to switch directions. You can set new boundaries, right? You have choices. So let me ask you, if your present circumstances weren't allowed to dictate your future, what would you want your life to look like? Use your imagination. And you don't have to answer all of the how am I going to get there today. You don't have to answer all of that. All you need is enough vision to see beyond where you are today. You need to have enough faith to take the next step, because your eyes will show you where you are. Your eyes are going to show you where you are today, but your eyes don't get to decide how far you can go. Let sight give you information, but let your vision give you direction. Let faith give you the courage to move, because you're not here just to pay bills and survive week after week. Your life has a calling. I want you to protect your vision. I want you to walk by faith. I want you to remember who you are. And until next time, keep tending to your inner Wick. Take care.